To sum it up, David Ausubel's subsumption theory believes people are better able to learn by connecting new information with the old information they already have. A learner absorbs new information by connecting it to the previously learned concepts and ideas. Instead of creating an entirely new cognitive structure, they can relate it to information that is already present in their minds. It is a valuable tool that assists learners in their mental and intellectual learning and retaining knowledge as well as combining new and old information. It enables learners to be prepared for the construction of learning that will take place. It allows learners to make meaningful connections between ideas, allowing them to remember and expand on information and ideas that will help them learn.
Who is David Ausubel? David Ausubel, a known American psychologist who specialized in education and learning behaviors. In 1963, he introduced the subsumption theory, which centers the idea that learners can more effectively acquire new knowledge if it's tied to their existing knowledge base, and that only acquire information that stands out within that lesson to cumulative memory.
Introduction of meaningful verbal learning are the following. During meaningful learning, the person subsumes or organizes or incorporates new knowledge into old knowledge. Subsumption theory suggests that our mind has a way to subsume information in a hierarchical or categorical manner if the new information is linked or incorporated with prior knowledge or familiar patterns. As a result, prior knowledge is given absolute importance. Teachers are encouraged to teach prior knowledge first rather than in new information to help information subsume. Advanced organizer provide concepts and principles to the student directly in an organized format. And last, the strategy of advanced organizers basically means to classify or categorize nor arrange organize information as you proceed advance to the next complex level. The quintessential of subsumption theory by David Paul Ausubel. As opposed to many other instructional theories, which are psychology-based, models applied to instructional design. The subsumption theory was originally developed exclusively for instructional design. It prescribes a way of creating instructional material that helps learners organize their content in order to make it meaningful for transfer. The goal here is for learners to have the necessary background that will help them solve any problem and also retain this knowledge. According to the concept set forth by David Paul Ausubel, the acquisition of knowledge is based on the actual processes that occur during learning. The key process that takes place in the learner's brain is subsumption, where new content is related to relative ideas that are already present in the existing cognitive structure on a non-vitamin basis. Cognitive structures are what's left in the human brain from all the learning experience after forgetting inevitably occurs. So, when some details, fact, or situation lost their individual nature, they are then integrated into a general notion.
Two types of subsumption theory. First is the derivative subsumption. Derivative subsumption posits that new material derived from the existing structure can be linked to other concepts or lead to new interpretations. Second is the correlative subsumption, claim when the new material is an extension of an already grasped knowledge.
The four key principles of subsumption theory. The four key principles of subsumption theory are the following. First is learners should be presented with the most general concept first under analysis. The second one is the instructional material should include new as well as previously acquired information. Comparison between new and old concepts are crucial. The third one is existing cognitive structure should not be developed but merely reorganized within the learner's memory. The last key principles of subsumption theory is the role of the instructor is to be bridge the gap between what's already known and what is about to be learned. And those are the four key principles of subsumption theory.
Four types of advanced organizers. First is the expository organizers. Expository organizer provides a description of new knowledge. Expository organizer gives student a broad idea of the lesson's purpose before the lesson begins. For example, a teacher may tell the students what the lesson goals are. We've talked about what habitats are and why some animals prefer to live in different places than other animals do. That is one of an example of expository organizer. Second type of advanced organizer is the narrative organizer. Narrative organizer presents the new information in a story format. So it explains that students it also helps students create a new information in a story format. For example, essay, reaction paper, research papers, and etc. That is one of an example of narrative organizers. The third type of advanced organizer is the scheming organizer. The scheming organizers flick through the information. Scheming is another type of advanced organizer that makes them familiar with the material before they read it more thoroughly. Younger students might take picture walk through the readings. So the fourth type of the advanced organizer is the graphic organizers. It includes photographs, descriptive conceptual patterns, and concept maps. So basically, one of the examples of a graphic organizer is the bubble maps. Bubble maps are used to describe a central idea or term at the center using adjectives in the bubbles that surround. So basically, teachers use this general organizer template for main idea and details such as pre-writing, word analysis, brain dumps, concept mapping, background knowledge collection, and more.
The benefits of advanced organizers. Advanced organizers are valuable tools that mentally help learners learn and retain knowledge, enabling them to combine new with already known information. This leads to the so-called meaningful learning, which is the complete opposite of the parrot-like technique of memorization. These tools prefers the cognitive structure of learners for the learning session, which is about to occur through schemas and conceptual patterns so that new information can seamlessly subsume into the existing cognitive structures. If structures provide a brief description or a preview of the information which is about to be learned, learners will be able to start with the big pictures of things and then link new ideas, theories, and concepts of existing mental maps of the related field. Today, Ausubel's theory is not particularly popular because many educators believe that it promotes a fairly passive role for learners who mainly receive verbal instruction that doesn't require any struggle and engagement on their behalf.